Mishra's Genuine Draft.
Okay, y'all, Barry White here for Magic Untapped. Time for a little Mishra's Genuine Draft. And you know what? Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, the Dungeons & Dragons set from Magic the Gathering just dropped this morning on digital. It'll be out in a couple weeks on paper. But, you know what? Let's do a first ever traditional draft here on Arena. Alright, pick one for pack one. A little aggro with a 2-drop for 2. Here's about 6. This, on the other hand, could be fun, especially in limited play. So yeah, we're going to go with Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So far, just running blue, and it's a blue card I really do want to play. A little counter ability, that could be cool. Some scrying. You can keep going with the mill, though. Go mill and discard. I like that. Looks like we're going to go a little on the control side for this draft. The trap I have when I do that, though, is I don't always grab enough creatures. So I need to make sure I do that. That could be fun, trading some life. That lets us go ahead and go into a dungeon. We have... Well, between the creatures, I think I'd rather have that. I think I might treat venturing into the dungeon as just a perk. I don't want to focus around that. At least I don't feel like I do. So I'm going to grab the Vampire Spawn, give me some life gain as well. Moving on. Got some creature removal there. That also gives us a treasure token. Cats are fighting in the background. I do apologize if my mic's picking that up. Yeah, go for the removal. And moving on, we do have a 5/3 flash for 2. Of course, only got, played if a creature dies this turn. We do have this dude here. Lets me tap down a creature. -2/-0 and drawing a card, though. I kind of like the card draw on that. I have only one creature thus far. I think I go with the Grim Wanderer. I just like the 5/3 for 2, and even if because it has flash, even if I block, I can still play it if my creature dies. Adjust my camera there. Okay, we have Dungeon Descent, but again, that only matters if I'm going to the dungeon, and it does come into play tap. That's not exactly all that great. Let's see, tap and hexproof. Ward 3 and a 4/5 is cool. Only one more and I get a 6/5. That might be my big beater. Go for the Beholder. And this time around, Plate Armor. We spoiled that here on Magic Untapped. I think it's a terrific card, especially limited. Let's see. Displacer Beast, 3/2. Bring itself back. That can bounce things or provide evasion. First turn discard could be good. I think I like that first turn discard. My cat's meowing again. Leather armor looks nice. Kind of like it. Yeah, I'm going to go for leather armor. At least I get the ward. I can't have the plate armor, but at least I can do the leather armor. Opponents lose life, losing gain, possible treasure tokens. Yeah, we'll run with that. Right now it looks like I'm running a black deck and splashing blue. Alright, find the villain's lair, get the counter spell there. Polymorph could be fun as well. But I think I want to go ahead and grab hold of the counterspell. We have the Ogre. If a creature dies, it can venture into the dungeon. Or we can do the Polymorph thing. I don't really need the Polymorph at this point, so we're going to go ahead and... Nope. It gave me a green card I don't need. I forget how quick this goes sometimes in the end couple of round type thingies. Last few go-arounds here. Hey, at least I got a blue card at the end. Pack 2. Let's see the Treasure Vault. Power of Persuasion. Gain control of it, that could be nice. Got the tap down guy. We have a Manticore here. Destroys creatures and it has flying. I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Hall of the Storm Giants. Until end of turn, it becomes a 7/7 with Ward 3 and it taps for blue. That does not exactly hurt my cause here. I think I'm going to go with the Hall of Storm Giants. Long Rest in green. This is in my colors. Got some mill. Makes creatures unblockable. I kind of like that. Clever Conjurer. Untap another permanent. Guild Thief, which gets larger. And I can make it unblockable. That's the one it brings back. That's that same vampire spawn where we can do the drain life trick. I'm going to go and try for Guild Thief here. Kind of like that. A whirling dervish with an unblockable possibility. Let's see, Dungeon Crawler, 2/1. It does come into play tapped. It does have a dungeon thing going with it, which I'm not really doing the dungeon thing so much. I could do a spike pit trap and get a little removal there. But I want to go ahead and go with a Ghast. I might be good on 1-drops. Looking at what I've drafted so far here. Alright, we got some removal with Eyes of the Beholder. -11, -11. That gets around indestructible, which is nice. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that. It's expensive, but I'm going to go and grab 1. And this time around, we have that Shocking Grasp again. We do have a 1/1 that lets me scry, and it does have flying, which is cool. This is what we need if I'm running any of these. I am and I'm not. But I do like how it can make skeletons, though, so I think I'm going to run with that. And let's see, Brave Enfeeblement, -4, -1, or 4/4 if it's... Wait, this lets me do flying, and I think I like that. Yes, I want that, so make my guys fly. Alright, nothing really in my color here. Is there something I don't want somebody else to have? Grab Dragonfire. See, we got that 4/5 Frost Giant again. We still have that 3/5 Zombie Ogre. I do like how the Frost Giant has that ward. That's pretty good. Although, this could be nice. Kind of disrupt some plans. Grab that Raven, Conjurer, Polymorph, and why not? Alright, final pack, Mind Flayer. I think that's just an auto inclusion right now, so Mind Flayer. Let's see here, we have another Manticore, we have the Frost Giant. Dungeon map doesn't really do much for me. I mean, it is a mono rock though, so that's cool. And on a dead turn, I can at least venture, which also could be good. Yeah, I think I go for the mono rock. This time around, not a ton that really fits into my deck. I could pick up another leather armor. The +2/+2 off the Ghoul could be kind of neat, and it gives me a sack outlet if needed. I think I might go for the leather armor just to have the option of having a second one. And Froghemoth. 4/4 haste. That just seems silly. Owlbear is pretty good. Click this 1/3 flyer, lets me do extra rolls. Do I have much dice rolling? I don't really have. I have a 1 card that does dice rolling. Alright, I'll just take something for my collection. Alright, let's see, we got the Mimic, which is essentially a treasure, but it can become a creature. Bounce something, we got scrying and drawing. We'll go with scrying and drawing. What we have here, you see a pair of goblins. We got another one of these heralds, another card draw. That's about it that really works for our deck. So let's just go for the herald. Of course, now I'm grabbing things that care about dice rolling. Go figure. I thought that might happen. And what do we have here? We have the Manticore of Fate's Reversal, which does bring a creature back to me, which is kind of nice. But again, I'm not doing too much with the dungeon stuff. Thing. So I can grab the Manticore. Oh, so much blue. We got another. I only wanted one of those. Extra counterspell could be good. I think I'm starting to do alright with the creatures. So I'm going to grab the other counterspell. And we have this Feigned Death, let's bring something back. Let's run that. Oh, the dice roller did come back, so I'll grab that. Grab that ghoul. Started running white, it's going to have a lot of cards to choose from. Oh boy, nothing I really need, so let's kick in the door. Grab the Mimic. And last pack, Bull Strength. Alright, a little deck construction here. Let's just get rid of the stuff we know we're not going to play, because it's not in our colors. Start with that. We're at 51 of 40. So we're going to want to get rid of 11 cards, ideally. Go figure, they're both Beholders. Look at that. Behold, my Beholders. Okay, let's see what we have here. Shambling Ghast. Mimic, I don't know how big I am on keeping the Mimic. Shocking Grass does replace itself. But -2/-0 doesn't exactly thrill me all that much. I mean, maybe I'll think otherwise at another time, but yeah, that's gone. I do have things that could easily make larger with that polymorph. I don't think I need 2 of these heralds, especially being that their ability costs 6. It's quite a bit. Quite a bit. Do I just go down to 1 leather armor? I might go down to just 1 leather armor. Feigned Death is nice though. Yeah, we'll go down to 1 leather armor. I feel like I can make treasure tokens, that's good. Spelltrick Ghoul, perhaps. Yeah, I think I get rid of the Mimic. Yeah, I think I do that. Conjurer, I'm fine tossing that out. We want to keep the counter spells if I can. Got the art on that. Good job, Alex Brock. I'm really not running too much in the way of anything where this would be too good. I mean, I have a vampire. Do I have a skeleton? I have a zombie. I mean, could be worse, but I don't really have too much for that. Would be the best thing on earth. Let's see, 5 more cards. I feel like I have too many 1-drops here. I really do feel that way. Getting something flying I do like. Especially if I can put on this Grim Wanderer or something like that. Put on this Beholder. I feel like I need to get rid of at least one of these here. But which one is the thing? I like the hexproof I can get from that. I do like the Feign Depth quite a bit. I like the fact I can make them discard. But yeah, geez. I like how that's an instant though. That can be a nice little trick. Walking Brain. That's just something cool. Maybe I do get rid of the fly. Because I do have a couple creatures that do already fly. Yeah, just get rid of the fly. Get rid of the fly on the fly. I might actually also just get rid of the Guild Thief. Keep the Laughter. Maybe I do get rid of the dungeon map. Although it is repeatable venturing in the dungeon, which is kind of nice. Doobie doobie doo. I'll tell you what, I'm going to finish up my deck here, figure out the next 3 cards, and then I'll show you what I have right before we start. Alright, welcome back. So I got it down to 40. This is what we're running down here. So let's do it to it. Alright, game 1 against B Muffin 42. I have no creatures, plenty of lands, a little too slow of a hand though if you ask me, so we're going to toss this back. 1 land. Well, look at that. Let's toss that back. Wow, what's going on here? Alright, we're going to keep these 5. I think we definitely throw back a swamp. We have a dungeon map. We have the Pixie Guide. You see a guard approach. I'm fine tossing back 2 swamps. Hopefully we'll draw 1 before we get to this dungeon map. 1 something. So I'm going to go ahead and throw down an island and moving on. Opponent. We have a sleeping dragon up here in the corner. That's pretty cool. Alright, swamp. We're going to go ahead and do a Devour Intellect to make them discard. Would love to have that in my opening hand. And opponent discards Eyes of the Beholder. Wasn't going to play that anytime soon, probably anyway. Arcane Investigator. Dice Roller Dude. Okay. Passing turn and moving on to me. Alright, now we go ahead and have a swamp. We're going to pop that swamp down there. And I think we do pop down the dungeon map now. Although we do have that 2-1. I'm going to bring up the Pixie Guide. At least I can block and theoretically kill that. And if maybe at worst, I grab a kill spot out of their hand that they wouldn't have otherwise used. And opponent. Let's place a beast on the deck. A venture into the dungeon. Let's see how that's going to look on this. Dragon thing we got going around there. Fiery dragon. Lost Mind of Panfolder. So they scryed 1. And the next time they can make a 1/1 goblin or a treasure token. If it were me, I'd make the treasure token. Alright. Bring in the Hall of Storm Giants, and then I have no problem just bringing out the dungeon map. We are going to go ahead and pass turn. Pump puts down a swamp. Okay, so they're going full dungeon here, it looks like. Swinging for 3, I think, for right now. I go ahead and take it. I have an Eye of the Beholder that I can't cast. So I'm just going to go ahead and venture into the dungeon. See how this works on my side. So we have Tomb Annihilation. We have the one that my opponent's doing, and we have our yawning portal. Let's see. Draw 3 cards, reveal them. Draw a card at the end. Let's see. Each player loses 2 life. Let's discard a card. Sacrifice creature or land. Discard a card and sacrifice. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with the trapped entity, though. So each lose a life. And no attack. There we go. And opponent. Oh, I should have tapped. Derp. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and pass the blockers. I'm going to block the 2/5 for right now. Go ahead and take the 3 off the Displacer Beast. Take Derp, forgot about the guard approaching. And we are going to move on. Okay, I do have a leather armor now, that part's nice. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to equip it. Free on my pixie guide. And then we'll venture into the dungeon again. Move on to the next. And I'm on to do the Veils of Fear, where each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. Do that. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't get rid of my guard approaching, because now I think I'm going to use that so I can save the removal. So I submit the 1. They took the 2. I'm not going to attack. And then moving on. See what's the next thing. Each player loses 2 life unless they sacrifice a creature, artifact, or land. That's the next one. Oh, they're going to bounce it back. That's nice. They have their own Raven. That's so Raven. And I take a few hits. They venture into the dungeon, and they're probably going to create a treasure token. That's what I would do. Alright, back to me. Well, there's an island. I have enough for the Eyes of the Beholder, but I'm at 6, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Best I can do is bring it down to 5. I think either way I lose this game. So let's just kill something, and then I say good game. Good game, sir. Good game. Boom, boom. On to the next one. Oh, wait. I'm still alive. I'm somehow still alive. Well, there we go. He got it. Alright, game 2. Just made a slight adjustment. Popped one of those black 1-drops and that 1/1 creature. This guy. Just to have a better chance of having something early, and there it is. So we're going to go ahead and keep this hand. I'm on the play. Swamp. Shambling Ghast. Pass turn. Bee Muffin, 42. Also a swamp, also a Shambling Ghast. Very nice, very nice. Throw down an island, and then let's see if we can attack into that and create a treasure token. I'm surprised we both create treasure tokens, so there's no reason to do the other one. And then I'm going to turn that treasure token into something permanent with the dungeon map. And now opponent, also with 3 mana. Bring down a Horde Robber. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. It's a 1/3, a little harder to kill. And they have the Silent Raven they're bringing in as well. Buying 1, keeping it on top. Okay. Let's see. Do I do the Devour Intellect? Or do I... Well, they're going to get a treasure token, most likely. I can block and kill the Raven. It would also kill my guy. I think I go ahead and do the Devour Intellect for right now. Wish that was one less, but I understand why it's not. They get rid of the lands, so they must have plenty of lands, so maybe that was not the better play. Secret Door, more dungeon venturing. I take 2, more importantly, they get a treasure token. Hall of the Storm Giants, let's just go ahead and bring that in. And because my dude has flash, I am just going to wait. Opponent. Yeah, I think the opponent put a much more cohesive deck together than I did. Swing at both of those. I'm going to flash in the Manticore. I know he's going to get treasure token, but let's just get rid of that Raven, so at least there's one fewer body on the field. In a way, I gotta say they're probably going to get those. Yep, they're going to get that stuff anyway. And I get another Manticore. So let's go ahead and just... Do I venture into the dungeon? I don't see where venturing into the dungeon does me any good right now, so we're just going to move on. Pass to attack. We're attacking with all of that. Flash in the Manticore. Let's see if I can prevent them from having one of those treasure tokens. Do take 3 damage. They only get 1, but they do venture, so... They have a lot going on, my opponent here. Tomb of Annihilation. Each player lost a life. Seems familiar. And then they're going to venture to the next one. Make me discard. So it's blue and 5. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's nice, at least I can turn that into a blocker. Yeah, I'll discard the island. I also have a blocker here, which is a little more permanent of a blocker, so we're going to go ahead and run that out. Herald of Haldar. This plays for me, so they're going to get that 4-4 here pretty quick. Pretty quick. And we'll get rid of Tap Island, that's fine. And attacking with a few things there. Shortcut Seeker. We're going to block the Shortcut Seeker. We can have those tokens. At least they didn't get to Cradle of the Death God yet. Oh, well that's always fun. That's fun indeed. Alright, moving on. In turn. Does not untap during his untap step. Okay. Moving on. They're going to attack with everything. We're going to go ahead and activate that. Turn it into a 7/7. And it's tapped. Oops. My bad. I'm pretty sure my opponent has this. This has not been a very pretty matchup. I think I underestimated the dungeons. Maybe really should have gone for that. Okay. Well, we're going to do this now. Doesn't leave me much mana left, but at least we can see the dice rolling. And I rolled a 2. That's not the greatest. Yeah, good game. We're done. Well, 0-1 to start. Definitely notice it's a little different than normal standard Magic set, at least when it comes to drafting and mechanics. I'm still on the play, so I will be on the play, that is. I have a lot of land. I do have leather armor. I have a guy I can build up to. Fairly dead until then, so we're going to mulligan that away. This looks a little better, so we're going to go ahead and keep 6. See if that build up that Beholder, so I'm going to drop an island down. And throw a swamp. Devour some intellect with my walking brain card. Opponent, MTG Arnold. How are you doing, MTG Arnold? Not like they can hear me. Well, what are you going to discard? Discard the treasure vault. Okay. Bye-bye treasure vault. They have a ghast. I'm aghast for their ghast. Throw down my other colors, at least I have one of each. Have a few dead turns, most likely. They grabbed the Cridle, which means we're going to mill. Probably going to mill away a land I want to see. Oh, never mind. Cridle does that. Okay. Throw the leather armor down. And pass turn. Opponent, another island. White. So I'm going to mill one here. Whenever a creature dies, create a tapped zombie token. Okay. Well, that doesn't help. You had to get rid of that swamp. Maybe I should have kept those and tossed the beholder back. It was being a little too optimistic by holding that beholder. Because now I'm already in a world of... I swear, I typically play draft a lot better than this. At least in paper. Alright, mill card. Milled the Manticore, which I couldn't play anyway, so that's okay. Base right at the bottom. Moves to me. Hey, look what I have. At least I have a Cradle. You gonna counter it? Nope, not countering it. So at least I have the Cradle. Put leather armor on it. And I have enough left over for the Feigned Death if necessary. So, moving on with my 1-4. We're going to draw some cards. They rolled a 2, just like I did last round. Draw their 2 cards. Opponent drawing a card. Throwing down an island. I wouldn't mind throwing down another island. And then, little dude, where's my car for you? Charmed Sleep. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. Nice. I don't think I even saw one of those passed around. They were taken right away. And you can see why. Oh, so I'm going to take another bit of damage here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Combine my 2 pieces. This is my last resort. Manticore again. Couldn't play it. And GG. Couldn't get lands. Ironically. Moving on to game 2 of round 2. Hopefully I don't end up 0-2. I'll be on the play. This I don't hate. Such being able to scry on turn 1 with the 1/1 flyer. Alarmed by the news you brought, the Storm Giant King of the Maelstrom has called his kin to council. That's what it says. Alright. That's so Raven. Swamp. We'll go ahead and keep that on top. Wouldn't mind drawing that based upon the mon issues I've had the last couple games. So, oh look, a swamp. Where did that come from? Alright. Attacking for 1. Boom. In turn. Now I'm going to keep this for the hexproof in case I get that Charmed Sleep again. Moving on for that Grim Wanderer. Throwing down a second swamp. And swinging for 1 again. Passing turn. Yeah, it's just a 1/1 flyer. I know you were looking at it. 2 swamps and an island now. And you got that Cridle again. I would pass turn here. Throw down an island. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I only need 2 for that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up, not 2 black. Blue, blue, black. For the dungeon map. Leaves me a black and 1 left for the Wanderer. So no attacks. I want to be able to block Cridle so I can bring out the Wanderer. Treasure Vault. cast. Yep, mana plus that, plus the venture. Alright, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to block there. My creature dies. And end of turn, I'm going to play my Grim Wanderer. There's a tragic backstory. Very grim. Alright, throw down another swamp. I now have enough to play the Beholder. We're going to go ahead and attack for 3. Fear Ray gives menace. I guess that makes sense. Alright, going to return that to my hand. That is okay. I'm going to go ahead and... Do I play the Beholder even though they don't have anything I really need to deal with? See, they're going to attack me for a couple. I think I'm going to save it. I'm going to contact other planes now. Or... I think I just venture in the dungeon. Let's see, which one do I want to do? I can do the Scry, and then I get treasure tokens and stuff like that. +1/+1 is cool. This one takes a while. I think I move back to the Tomb of Annihilation. So each player is going to lose life. Very good. And moving on. There we go. Opponent. Oh, with the pretty Black Lotus there. Pass. I'll take 2. You'll mill me for 1. That's fine. Alright. Mill for 1, scry 1. I'm okay with that at this point in the game. Opponent brings down a white. Hey, at least you're tapped out, dude. Alright, Haul the Storm Giants. And then, boo. I guess I do bring out the Beholder. At least... I can't protect it, though, which is the problem. Yeah, I can't protect it. I think I just venture again. Let's see, well I can't do that because I don't have a creature. So I'm going to have to do Veil of Fears. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. They are down to 2 cards, so at least that's something. And I think I discard the Wanderer. It's kind of a dead card, especially considering I don't have any other creatures really to play. So there we go. They took 2 life. Granted, I'm about to take 4, and they're going to gain 1 back next turn. Then we'll go ahead and create a treasure token? I would. No, they did not, for some reason. Okay. Well, they're doing better than I am anyway, so they must know something. Okay, hexproof on the Shambler. I take 5. 5. You gain 1. I get milled 1. I can mill a swamp. I think I'm okay with that. And then there we go. Okay, throw down an island. Throw down the Beholder. Opponent does a counter spell. Well, I did not see that coming. Very nice. And now I can't even contact other planes. Which dungeon do you want to venture into? You were also doing the Tomb of Annihilation. We have annihilated this tomb, bro. Now I'm thinking maybe I should have just moved to the next one. Oh well. Moving on, moving on. Very good. How much is this again? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, at least I can do it without it being tapped. Okay. Leather armor goes away. I think I'm alright with that. Alright. Let's rise to the bottom. Vampire spawn. Very nice, very nice. I think that's going to be game. I will go 0-2 to begin here. Well, I have a swamp. That's really all I have. So, yeah, we're going to call it. Alright, 0-2 now. See if we can get something out of this. Maybe one win, or who knows, maybe we'll just go on a big 4-game win streak. Alright, playing first. I have Vampire Spawn, a couple of expensive things. Kind of spell with no way of casting it, and then I go down to 1 land. See, this has been my luck. I have to mill down to 5 for the second time this event. Either I get too much land, or I'm not getting anywhere near enough land. And I think I've seen this every game. I'm starting getting sick of this card. Opponent's deciding whether or not to mulligan. I will be mulliganing a second time. Okay, now I have some land. We're going to keep 5, we're going to toss back the 2 really expensive things, and we're going to say done. Drop down an island and pass the turn. An opponent also tosses down an island. Very good. I'm going to do a swamp. I'm going to devour intellect to see what they want to discard. And my opponent, Alec Sobrad. Brad? I don't know. Price loyalty. Alright, creature stealer. Guild Thief comes out. That's a thing. Island. I'm going to throw down a Pixie Guide. So I can block that Guild Thief. Now opponent, drop down another island. And then they decide whether or not to do something. They're going to attack for 1. I'm going to go ahead and block for 1 here. And Polymorph, that is nice. Good job with that Polymorph. Too bad they didn't have any mana for the Grim Wanderer. Throw down another swamp. Pass turn and prepare to take a damage. Treasure chest. Dice roller. Alright, that's kind of cool. Hall of Storm Giants. At least I can block and kill that Guild Thief. Unfortunately, will not be able to bring out my Grim Wanderer, but that is something I'm going to have to be okay with. And opponent. Throwing down a Trickster, which lets you create creatures when you dice roll. Attacking, I'm going to flash this in, and I'm going to block and kill the Guild Thief. There we go. Alright, I'm just keep getting these darn lands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, now I do want one more land. Anyway, passing turn. Opponent. Might as well use that treasure chest. No, attack for 2. Bring me down to 17. And moving on. I get a Silver Raven, which might actually work in my favor because I get to scry, and then we'll likely be able to kill it for the Wanderer. And we will go ahead and find the villains later. I'm perfectly fine keeping a counterspell on top that I can draw next turn. My opponent, they learned their secrets. I guess they're learning my secrets. Could be. Okay, 3 lives. No, I'm just reviewing treasure chests. It does a lot, treasure chest. Oh, they have their second color. Okay. now they... Oh, it's 4. That's 17. Look at that. 3 life and 3 cards. Very nice. I'd rather that than the 5 treasure tokens, to be completely honest. Okay, gonna block there. Flash that in. I have my counter spell. And I'm gonna go ahead and attack for 5. They're probably gonna block with their 1/1, and they do. Very good. And then moving on. Alright, opponent's second mountain out. Just got a whole bunch of new cards. They're going to try to kill that, so I'm going to counter that. Glad I kept that counter on top. Alright, opponent attacks me for 2, and we move on. Well, that would make it one bigger on the butt, but I'm going to go ahead and attack there for 5. Get in there. Alright, got my opponent under 20 finally. Another mountain. They must have drawn a heck of a lot of mountains. Alright, raise dwarf. And we have dice roll. Roll 6, they scry 1. Yep, and they get a blue fairy token, and then I take damage. And moving on here, as they attack for 2. Very cool. Alright, I get a feign death, which I kind of like what we got going on here. So, I'm going to go ahead and attack, because that's an instant. Yep. And they're probably going to block to kill. And I'm going to take that. So it dies, but it comes back with a 6/4. Oh, tapped with a 6/4, so at least I have that. Okay, moving on. Opponent. Let's see, whenever you roll 1 or more dice, it gains flying and miss on the turn. And if it's 10 or more, you draw a card as well. Okay. At least it doesn't have haste. Alright, so we are getting smacked with a little bit of everything here. Alrighty. My turn. I'm going to tap my creature. That happens. And they're going to hit me for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 next turn, it looks like. Not a ton I can do about it, so let's just try my pack 1, pick 1. Milled off a lot of cards here. Look at all this. Look at all that. Love it. Left them with 12. I don't think I'm going to win that way, but still love it. Opponent. Did finish my coffee. Keep looking at that guy. Like there's something to see. I mean, the art's cool. Really like the art. It's pretty. We definitely went with the... Oh, it's me. We definitely went with the dice rolling. Something I need to know on this is the themes are really... They really gel. Like, here's the dice roll right here. And they'll be able to do it this turn. Wizard Spellbook. Yeah, I just gave them a lot of fodder here, including that. Oh, they're doing that. Okay. They want to do it to me. 5, they copy, and they cast it on me now. Watch this go away. Okay. Oh, that's right. The dwarf hit me for 1. That's what it was. Are they going to cast a copy? See, I figured it happened right away. I guess it doesn't. Alright, attacking with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm at 7. This draft has not been going well for me. I don't know if you've noticed. Okay, no changes on that. I don't know if any changes would really help too much. Obviously did not do a very good job of constructing my deck here. I have nothing for 3 turns. Okay, at least I have a turn 1. I have stuff I can toss back. So we're going to keep 6. And we're going to go ahead and toss back the Baleful Beholder, Swamp, and turn 1 discard. Well, they probably have a dead card in their hand anyway, but in the event that they don't... Okay, same one as last time, Price of Loyalty, because they realized they didn't have much in the way of creatures. I felt like I got a decent amount of creatures, but I suppose not. Although another land would be absolutely required. I need to draw a land. Give me a land here, deck. Anywho, Alexo Brad. You have an island in play, and now you have 2 for your Pixie guy. That's not a land, but at least it's something I can play. But missing a land drop is kind of feels bad, especially with my opponent hitting 3 of theirs. Hey, there's a land drop. Okay, it's open for blue, but we'll go with this Vampire Spawn, and then at least I can make it a 2/4 with ward 1. I do like the equip 0 on that. I think that is tremendous. And opponent. Okay, ward 1, they pay it. They got a 15. Put it on the top or bottom of my library. I'm going to put it on the top so I can drain for 2 again next turn. It's going to look very familiar. Vampire Spawn, drain for 2 again, and then equip again. I actually don't mind that happened. Alright, opponent now has 5 islands in play. It's a lot of islands. We have not missed a drop yet. And they're going to attack for 1. My turn. They're flashing in. What are they doing here? They're trying to tap my creature. And they're rolled 17, so it's going to stay tapped for a couple turns here. Very nice, but at least they can't counter this. Get rid of a bunch of cards, bring you down to 24. Critical hit. Treasure chest. I hit some good stuff there. So, very good. And now my opponent has their other color, got their red. So they attack for 3. And they leave me be. Let's see, do I play a creature into a possible counter spell, or do I just destroy a creature and create a treasure token? I think with the amount of dice rolling they're doing, I really kind of have to get rid of that Pixie Guide, so let's do that and see if it gets countered. Does the opponent have a counter spell? They do. Very nice. So either way, something was getting countered. And I would like to have another body next turn. So, my opponent attacking for 3 again. Leaving a lot of mana open again. I'm going to go ahead and drop a swamp down, and I'm going to go ahead and attack for 2. Bring them down to 14, bring down the Herald. Am I able to get it through, or do they have another counter spell? Well, like me, they drafted more than 1, just my luck. Yep, they have it in their hands. So there we go, and we are going to move on. This 3-2 race, I think they will win. Okay, they're going to ward once and tap that, and then roll and hit me for 2. Down to 10. Well, that would have been nice to have last turn. Don't know if I could have cast it. So this is going about just as well as all the other games in today's Mishra's Genuine Draft. Lessons learned. This is a very different set to draft. Oh, and I have to sacrifice a permanence. So let's go ahead and sacrifice an island. Why not? And, yeah, do not discount needing, let's see, it's right too. Do not discount drawing things correctly, or drafting things correctly. There are themes, and there are themes that you really should pay attention to. And I wish I had paid better attention to them, but I hadn't, so. Them's the breaks. I've been misreading this card all day. Alright, good game. And that does it for me. Well, thank you for watching this Mishra's Genuine Draft. Hope you enjoyed watching me get stomped, losing every single game I've played. But really cool to see this new set. I think anybody who has been discounting Adventures in the Forgotten Realms are just fooling themselves. This seems to be a very solid set and is very, very competitive in Limited. Extremely competitive in Limited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to continue drafting, and I'm looking forward to doing it in paper here in a few weeks when it releases on, I want to say, July 23rd, going off of memory. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Barry White.